Hi. So I just literally just got back from the theater from the film Earwig. I think it was the American premiere of the film at Beyondfest in LA, and uh, it's probably one of the most uh, mentally unstable films. I think um, a lot of mental problems are on display in that. Uh, Also, I think I have a bit of an eye infection, so I might look a little teary-eyed. But yeah, I don't know. I need to put some eye drops in or something. It's been bothering me, especially in the theater. But yeah, I'll try to tell you a bit of analysis of what I interpreted some things as. I believe with this kind of film, there is a direct meaning for a lot of these symbols and actions because they seem very deliberate, and the way it's put together, everything kind of just falls into place. Hence the ending. Anyways, um, this is all going off of memory too. This film, you could really do a commentary on, a live commentary, and scene by scene, they can say why they're doing what they're doing. I would like to do that when it comes out on Blu-ray or DVD or whatever. So unless it's on streaming somewhere, when it gets a wider release. I guess I'll leave like a Venmo link or something if anybody wants to donate towards getting a Blu-ray, so I can do a commentary on it. But I'll try to go over some of the big points that I saw. One thing I think is that all the characters are each other's subconscious figment in terms of. This is notable in two particular scenes. The scene where the woman sees the girl jump into the water, she just plunges right headfirst in the water. Uh, that is symbolic of her taking the leap with this guy. Just, she goes, "Yeah, I'll go with you." Um, so the way she watches them, it's a coincidence, but she's interpreting it as empathic coincidence, where she goes, "Yeah, that's exactly how I'm feeling." And what was the other instance? There was another one of hmm, well, all the bits of you know the seeing the other people in the bar, and the guy goes like, "Who would you want to be?" or something like that. He's talking about that. They're all each other subconsciously, and when you're watching somebody else, you're watching yourself because it what you see them doing is what makes sense to you. So that's what that whole dialogue scene means in the bar when he's talking to that guy, that the weird guy that's on the phone and also at the orphanage. Um, his denial of being the father and taking responsibility and ownership of the girl is reflective of denying that he ever had a wife, and just shows that he's like incapable of uh, taking on that responsibility. And ironically, he supposes that he has the responsibility of the guardian, and he does the duty of the phone thing and putting in the teeth. By the way, the teeth, big thing. The teeth. Well, first of all, let me finish that thought. So that ironic flip thing is just because he's obsessed with the responsibility. He knows that he's got that denial, so he supplants it with the fantasy of being responsible. Anyway, back to the teeth. The teeth are symbolic of coldness, of being mature, in that you aren't so vulnerable and soft like the gums. But the thing is, she's still a child, so even though he puts in the ice, tries to make her colder, tries to make her more adult, it melts. So he has to keep doing it over and over again, basically kind of like hurting her a little bit, but like trying to make her more mature and colder. She's not babying her. He's just kind of, that parental technique of what's it called, where you're colder and more distant to try to make them more adult and grown up to get her ready to go outside, right? And then he's so proud when they do the operation after she's been bleeding a lot to have the permanent teeth, because now he sees that the ice will never melt. It's cold. She's colder now. That's the big symbol of the whole thing. The one scene that made me think, oh, what the hell, at the first instance, like the first second of it, but then I was like, oh, that makes sense, was when he's wrapping up the broken shards of the glass. He's wrapping them up to protect them. He's protecting the pieces, the broken pieces, as if they had value, as if they could ever be put back together again. He's just trying to protect what's already broken. I thought that was really a good scene. That was really important. The girl's mermaid toy, made out of paper, is all shriveled up and like a desiccated corpse in the hallway, left behind. It's interesting too because it's a mermaid, and yet she tried to dive into the water too. It's like she wants to be a mermaid or swim away. With that, there's symbols of duality and of escaping. There was a lot of attempts to escape, to go to a better life, but they always kind of return. That's reflected directly in the ending scene where he's walking away from the orphanage, but he's literally walking towards the orphanage in the same, in a cut. It's not even like he turned around. He's just, by walking away, he's walking towards it. And then with the woman that goes back on the train and leaves behind that other life of potential happiness. Who knows? But she's on a mission. Her passion is in getting revenge now for what's been done to her, rather than trying to start a new life. Like, how can you start a new life? Anyways, you're scarred. You carry that scar with you everywhere. Which I think makes sense to anybody who's been hurt. You carry that with you, and you can sort of take that vengeance out on the next person that you're with or whatever. So I've seen that happen before, and I'm sure you have. Yeah, so I think with a film like this, all of the symbols will either be readily apparent to you, or they will become apparent to you. It depends on also your life experience, obviously. If you've been fucked up, you'll probably understand this movie very easily. If you've had any trauma or anything, you'll get this movie. It's for the other people that haven't had these experiences. They're probably like, what is this? And they might even laugh at it or something. That's always bothered me, when people laugh at something that they don't understand. Because something like this, it's not a funny movie. It's not supposed to be funny. This is a movie that's almost like in code that you would understand if you've been there. Okay? There's also a lot of I don't know. It's just, yeah, I don't know. It deals a lot with parenthood, deals a lot with childhood, deals with hurt in romantic partnerships, loss of innocence, the struggle to hold on to innocence. Yeah, it's a very fucked up movie. It's a very Also, too, I noticed with these screenings, people go outside and they stand in front of the theater, and I always feel like they must all know each other or something, which seems absurd now, because how can they all know each other? The whole theater, everybody stands out there. Most, at least, anyway. I would say at least half the theater stands outside, and I don't know what they do if they just smoke or talk. But with this movie like this, like I knew what it meant, so I didn't have any questions to ask anybody else. So I just kept walking and I left. But I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's a thing to talk about or something. Like I don't know. I felt the need to talk about it, but I didn't feel the need to ask anybody any questions. So it's like, what am I gonna do? Go up to somebody and be like, "Hey, I know exactly what all those things meant." You know? No. I stood there for a second just to see if anybody had any questions for me. I don't know. I was on the corner and I was just like, yeah, all right, nobody has any questions. All right, I'm good. I'm good. Like I should have put a sign up or something, be like, I know what this movie is. I have the answers or something. I don't know. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? You show up like a sign around your neck. Ask me anything. Um, but yeah, good movie. If you like David Lynch movies at all, you will like this movie. Um, I know Gaspar Noé has a special thanks in the credits because he's friends with the director. I think I don't know if he helped out. Might have helped out in the production somehow. Um, but it's not like any Gaspar Noé film except that the credits roll in the beginning. That's pretty much it for that kind of similarity. I have a headache now. I don't know if it's related to the eyes, the potential eye infection, or if it's related to the film. I don't know because it is a very cerebral film. You were thinking about every single shot. Um, Also, the directing style is very gratuitous about the most innocuous things. The clicking clacking of the teeth is very almost disgusting, and then like the guy sucking on the bottle of beer and everything. It's just very very gratuitous with the sounds and everything's very amplified. Everything is also very melancholic and miserable. Um, the soundtrack is phenomenal, and it has like, these beautiful transition scenes, as if you're looking through the cup that he looks through the glass, um, where it's just like light shining across the screen, and it's very beautiful. It's a beautiful film. It's a very ugly film, and yeah, it's the most mentally unstable film I've seen. I think well, it has to be up there. It has to be up there. Um, yeah, definitely like in the top 3 or 5 mentally unstable films. Uh, yeah. Um, I know some people are going to interpret it. I don't know. It's just never mind. I can see other interpretations coming from other people, but these are the ones that I've seen. Uh, and like I said, I think the director and the way it's written and everything, it's all very just reflective of certain traumas and things. So you'll see other traumas probably come to light from other people or whatever. Um, yeah, I don't know. Good movie. Go see it. Thanks for watching this. See you later.